producer. And what's the guy with the red hair? The solo artist. Ben, no, oh gosh, what's he called? I can see him now. But Jake Gosling is his son, very famous right now, and doing very well as a record producer. But yeah, it was so much fun doing those songs, and we'd bring in like different friends to do different voiceovers and things. And it was wonderful. It was a good time, but it was never really meant to take off as a. I can see a cat there washing itself. Right behind you, your cat.
Ah, that's Peta, my cat.
Pepper.
It's a lovely cat. Peta, P-E-T-A, Peta.
Oh, okay. We did. Yeah, there was some good songs there actually. I like Pictures in the Fire.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to give you a name. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your experience working with him, Tony Visconti.
Yes. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I met Tony when I had my record deal with Epic Records. They wanted to bring in an artist that, you know, they said, who's your favorite artist? You know, and I said, well, I love the Moody Blues and I love Justin. So they said, why don't we see if we can get Justin to write a song or whatever. So I'd already, let's see, how had I met Tony? I met him in a studio, in his studio, I think, in London before then, briefly. But anyway, I got through to him. I called him up and I said, do you remember me, Annie Haslam? He said, oh, yes. And anyway, he introduced me to Justin. He said, I'll find out for you, you know. And then he got the song, The Angels Cry. You heard that song? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Angels Cry. And Justin, they said, well, and Justin said we'd like to play on it and do the backing vocals. And I thought, and when he came, he played the guitar. And then when it came to vocals, he said, Annie, I think we should do the vocals together. It would be better if we sang them right next to each other. And I was so nervous. And I had to stand on a box. Because like he's 6'2", whatever, they had to stand on a box. But yeah, so what was the question again?
Anything that you remember particular about Tony Visconti?
Tony. Yeah, so anyway, so that's how I met him, and he helped me with that. And then when I'd got breast cancer in '93, just before then, I was with my ex-husband Mark, and talking about doing a solo album, and he said he and his brothers had put the money up for it, and so I thought, wow, and so that was just before I got breast cancer. That's right, and so I thought, well, I'm going to start writing some poems, because that's how Betty Thatcher used to do her work. They just poured out like water. And when she did it, and that's how my paintings come out, funnily enough. So I know how she feels now about how she wrote. But I wrote some words, and they kind of came so easily. And so what I did is I contacted Tony, and I said, Tony, I don't know whether you'd be interested. He said, oh my gosh, yes, I'd love to do it. And he said he'd produce it, and he'd write the music for it, and I'd do the lyrics. And that's how Blessing in Disguise came. And but then soon after that, when we started the demos, but then I went to the doctors because I found a lump and found out I had breast cancer. And so I couldn't do anything for a little bit again, but when the time came when I was losing my hair from the chemo, I mean, we'd stay in touch. I carried on. I'd get my chemotherapy in Philadelphia and then drive up to New York the next day and work with Tony. And as soon as I started singing, all the horrible feelings of that, you know, all that stuff you have to have in your body, it helped me get better. Absolutely. And I think that the song Blessing in Disguise, I wrote that poem before I got breast cancer. And I think that that's what it's about. And I didn't realize until I recorded it. I thought, you know, I think I knew that's what it was before I even had it. So he's a great friend. Yeah, I did some work with him last 2019. I was asked to join the Straubs at their 50th anniversary weekend, and I was asked, Dave Cousins wanted me to sing 2 songs with an orchestra. One of them was Reaching Out from my album, from the one I was on, Intergalactic Touring Band. Have you heard that song?
Yeah.
That's another of my favorite songs that I've ever sung. And so, and it was a 34-piece orchestra, so he wanted me to do that on my own. Actually, he wanted to sing vocals with me, and I thought, oh God, no, oh gosh, no, that's going to be very difficult. But he said he wanted to do it. And when we had the sound check the day of the show, he said, Annie, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. And I thought, it was great. It was just me. And then Tony, the song Who Knows Where the Time Goes, he actually orchestrated that. And so he orchestrated it and he conducted it, and I sang that as well. That was fabulous. Oh gosh, that was wonderful. You know, we just stayed friends over the years, really. He knows my voice very well, and yeah, it was really a wonderful experience. Yeah, I've worked with some wonderful people, unusual people, good people.
Annie, you mentioned before that you guys are going to be finishing a DVD. That's going to be with the orchestra, or?
Yeah, we did the show. We did 10 shows last October. Where are we? 20? Yeah, last October.
Yeah, 2020.
And so we were hoping to have it finished and mixed and everything, and we were supposed to put it out. Oh gosh, June, July. Couldn't even work on it. I was a mess. Couldn't do it. It was not possible. It's only now that I'm kind of getting back together and feeling strong. You know, my voice is strong even while I'm speaking. You know. I was very weak, but yeah, that's good. We did it with our orchestra, and it's 50th anniversary, and we orchestrated Day of the Dreamer and Midas Man. We orchestrated Ashes Are Burning, and Ocean Gypsy. Oh God, it was a fabulous tour. We did five of the shows were with the orchestra.
With orchestra, yeah.
It was wonderful. So that's going to be great.
And then you guys are planning to go to Brazil next year, you say?
March, yeah.
And then what about Chile? Going south to Chile after that?
Well,
you're so well known in Chile, Argentina, Brazil. I know you can do 20 shows, 30 shows just in South America, in those 3 countries. Sold out shows.
Well, what we need is a really good promoter to take us, you know, to take us down there.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, that's all it is. But it's got to be somebody, you know, you've got to be careful. I mean, I've got an agent who, I think he knows people down in I know Steve Hackett. I think he went to Chile, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. And a couple of years ago, not all that long ago.
2018, the last time.
There you go. Yeah. I remember, because they were just a bit concerned about going down there, you know. It's like in Brazil, there was a promoter once who wanted us, but we ended up with this guy. It's called Stephen Altit, and he's great. He took us down there like twice before. But yeah, I mean, if there was a promoter that was willing, it's just a matter of, I mean, with everything that's going on, I mean, will people be able to go to shows? Will they be able to go to shows with the distancing that they have to do? Yeah. Which means that they could only sell like 2/3 of the tickets. Not even that, actually. I was told it was could be. We played a place called the Keswick, which is we recorded that, and if we did another show there, then we used the social distancing. They could only sell 350 tickets. That's not going to pay for anything, because they've got to pay for the lights and the equipment and the hospitality. They've got to pay for the stagehands. insurance is unbelievable, because I had to insure the band and everything this last time. It's a huge amount of money. So that's the problem for coming up. How are people going to see shows?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen in Brazil yet. I mean, I've been talking to Stephen a couple of times, and it's nobody knows. That's the thing. You know, you like to, well, no, it's definitely going to happen, but you just don't know. You don't know. It's an unknown right now. But I'd love to go to Chile. You know.
Yeah, you have to do it one day. Yeah. Before, please. Yeah. I beg you.
Well, we've got to get somebody to do it, so that we do it when we come up. If everything starts to move to a positive place by March, I mean, how far? It's not all that long off, is it?
Oh.
Then, you know, if we could find a promoter that's willing to pay for us to go down there, you know. Do you know any promoters? Do you know people in that area?
I do. I do. I'm going to try to tell them, and they show the band to them. I should. Is
it the same people that did Steve Hackett?
I don't remember who brought Steve Hackett. I'm going to find out really. But Steve did a small theater. It's called whatever. It's a small theater for like 2,000 people. Mm-hmm. And it was fun. It was okay. It was, I don't know about the results, the commercial results, but it was full, totally booked. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do it as long as we don't lose money. We wouldn't ask for a huge amount of money. We'd see what would be offered and see if we can fit into that, into it. Do you know what I mean? We can make it work. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I would love to, because I don't know. I mean, you know, I might go. I've got friends in Brazil, so I would never say I won't go to Brazil again if I'm going to stop singing, because that's not true. Because I love it down there.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the last shows to be cancelled here, I was very sorry about that, because I'm a big fan. Is That Can Dance? You know That Can Dance.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So they were going to play in a very unusual place for a band like them. It was the theater, the opera theater, the biggest opera theater here. It is a small place, but it's very unusual that they take such bands there, because it's reserved for opera. But,
well, they'll take Renaissance then, won't they?
Yeah, it should be a fantastic place. Yeah, for you. Yeah. Why not? Mm-hmm.
How many people does it hold?
I think like less than 2,000.
Right.
Yeah. 1,600, I guess, something like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we played in Belo Horizonte. We sold, I think that was the most tickets. I think it was like 2003 or 2005. We sold it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so, I mean, that would be perfect for us, Renaissance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a time when it would be, you know, perfect, and the money was no object. Then it would have been nice to do it with a small orchestra.
Yeah, you would surely have an orchestra playing with you. You know, Sting came to the famous song festival in Viña del Mar like 3 years ago, and he did his show with the orchestra, special orchestra that they put up for that occasion, and it was amazing, really amazing.
Really?
Symphonic Sting, yeah.
It was just one show?
Sorry?
One show? It was just one show?
Yeah, it was one show, because, one show, because it's one show. You have the festival, the song festival, which in recent years it's become like nothing. So what's become big is the shows, the separate shows every night.
Oh, yeah.
So he did one night, and it was really amazing. Yeah. And the orchestra did a brilliant job, I guess.
Did they make up the orchestra in Chile?
Yes, it's a local orchestra. Yes.
Yeah. Local. Peter Gabriel did the same thing, Chris. Remember a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Sure. I mean, Ray, who plays keyboards with us, he's the musical MD, musical director. But you know, we've got all the scores, and we've got, you know, we could easily, if we come down and have at least one good rehearsal with them, we'd be okay. You know, but we'll see. Let's put it out into the universe.
That's right. Annie, I wanted to share with you the picture that I took, that I sent it to Billy. I'm not sure what you can see, but let me share my screen.
Okay.
So you can, let me see how can, let me go here, share screen. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Obviously you don't know where those
But
pictures.
where were these taken?
I will give you a hint. In Virginia, a place.
The
Richmond. Remember the place?
What's it called?
Alexandria and Richmond.
Birchmere.
Yeah.
Birchmere. Yes. Yeah. I don't like places with small stages.
Yeah, but
it's very difficult because, like, when it comes to the, the orchestral stuff,
yeah,
I'm stopped right out there, like, look at me.
Yeah. These were in 2018. That was before the orchestra because you put 6 concerts with the orchestra in 2019. Definitely, that's what I wanted to.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
You saw the second one?
He didn't get what you said.
This is the second one. Can you see that?
Right. So that was what year was that?
2018. 2018.
19. 18.
Yeah.
So that was you did the orchestra 6 concerts last year in 2019. So that was the year.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I was just looking at the dress, thinking, I remember the dress. I thought I didn't realize I wore it in 2018. But,
very good pictures. All right, Annie, I don't know how much time do we have left.
It's up to you. I'm fine. I've got. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, Christian. Go ahead.
Right. I'm choosing among many questions. Annie, I'm going to mention somebody you possibly want to say something about. I miss him in the band, Michael Dunford.
Yes. Gosh, I knew Michael for 41 years. And he was at my audition. And I remember he had a burgundy colored velvet jacket. And he had these velvet pants tucked into boots, high boots. And I thought, he's a handsome man. And he was, a handsome man. It kind of, not quiet. It gave the impression sometimes he was quiet, but he wasn't really. But a great songwriter. I don't think he realized how great he was, to be honest. I don't mean that, it sounds a bit weird, but the music is so special, and I think I'm one of these people I'm very spiritual as far as I believe in. I've had all kinds of things happen in my house. Not bad things, good things. But I'm not constantly looking for things, but I'm open to things, good things. And so some people say that how the music makes them feel. And sometimes I think that when they used to say it to Mick, he used to feel a bit awkward, and he couldn't accept it because he wasn't in the same frame of mind as me. And he didn't realize how deep it went, the music. He thought the songs were great and everything, but beyond that, I go a lot deeper into that. And since being on my own, as the leader of the band, I have always felt that it's very important that when you go to a show, any kind of show really, you want to come away feeling really good and not depressed. Or your ears are all burnt up from the volume, I'm sure most people, you don't go to a show unless you're a fan anyway, but I just love to make people laugh. And so, and my Christmas shows, when I do those, and I use some of the people in my band as well, we laugh. The whole night is so ridiculously funny, but wonderful as well, because it's all traditional Christmas songs and some modern Christmas songs as well. But I think that people say, you know, they just go away feeling so good, like you know, and that's one of the reasons I'm here, I think, is to make people feel good in all ways, not just from my voice, you know. And if people, you know, going through breast cancer, I've counselled several people that have been sick, and that's Angel coughing there. And I love doing that. And people say, well, could you send a signed autograph to my brother? But I usually end up going to visit them, because I don't feel it's enough to just to send something. Or if it's too far away, then I'll make a phone call, you know, because I can't get there or whatever. But that's how I feel about our music. I think it's way, you know, Betty's lyrics, it's way more than we ever thought it would be.
Okay, now you surely know songs like "Bury My Lovely," "Where You Are." You remember the name October Project?
Oh yes, Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get, because I also played her songs on the radio back in the 90s, and I was surprised to see one song you did together once. I don't know when. You did the opera.
Well, we did. I Think of. She joined us for I Think of You. She sang with me, and then we did the
Lacme.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, what a voice! Oh.
Yeah, strong voice, like thick voice.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And the lyrics.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful voice. Yeah.
And
she lives about half an hour from me.
Huh.
Yeah.
But you never planned to record a song together? It was just a coincidence that you could.
We talked about it, but you know, she's so busy. I don't know what I think she's still performing now. Not quite sure how she's doing it, probably from her home or whatever. But yeah, I've got, you know, there's too many other things that too many other things to do. I do have things to do, but I've got, you know, when we did this, we did an Indiegogo crowdfunding project to help with the DVD, and so I offered painted clocks. For one of the pledges, and pet portraits and different things like that. And so that's what I've got to catch up with my painting because I couldn't paint in the summer. I didn't have the heart to do it. Couldn't do it. So no, I don't think that that's going to happen, to be honest. I have to look at my time very carefully and how I spend it, you know, in my last years, you know, my last year of performing, which will be next year. No.
Don't say that.
Oh, no,
don't. Well, you know, I'm 73.
It's okay. You sound good.
Okay.
No, it's the responsibility is very high for me because everything lays on my shoulders. But the band are wonderful, wonderful people. They're fabulous. And Mark Lambert, who was in Renaissance towards the latter days, Mark Lampariello, he changed his name to Lambert because people couldn't pronounce his name properly. And so he changed it to Lambert. But he joined the band and he was perfect for it. And he was married to, or he still is, his wife is from Sao Paulo, and that's where he lives. So he's already down in South America. He flies up when we tour. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
And what about this album that is still pending with Mr. Steve Howe? I read about that.
I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know. The songs were just phenomenal that we did. But when I was at his place in Devon and we were working on the songs, I guess we've been working for about 6 days, and then he got a phone call from John, and he said, "I won't be a few minutes," and he was on the phone for 2 hours, and John asked him to get the band back together, and then I knew. Then I got the gut feeling it's never going to happen, and it didn't. I mean, what came out of that was that beautiful song, "Lilies in the Field," and yeah. And tickets to the Yes shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how do you take care of your voice? A simple question, but who knows?
Well, yeah, I don't really practice as much as I should. When I've got a tour coming up or recording, in fact, I've got 2 days to get ready for Thursday and recording. In fact, I've got to start working on it tomorrow morning. Is I stop eating Indian food, because Indian food is my favorite food in the world. I stopped drinking wine because it's acidic. I stopped drinking coffee because it just strips your throat. It's not good for you. So that's my advice to anybody who's a singer. You know, if you're having problems, you can't drink. You've got to stop drinking. Just drink occasionally when you're not singing at all. You know, because and Indian food is so hot, it just burns your vocal cords.
It's spicy.
So I'm careful in that way. You know.
Okay, so I think it's you've been very, very generous with your time, Annie. I don't know if Claudio has some other question, because I'd like to ask you for something else, the last thing.
Well,
Claudio?
it'd be wonderful if we could make a show happen there.
Well,
The Opera House and the Opera House.
You know, hopefully, as I say, Christian lives in Santiago, Chile, right? So I live here in America. And as a matter of fact, to your tour manager getting a hold of somebody in Chile, putting something together, and you know, hopefully we'll be alive next year, and the whole world will be better. And, and then, you know, they can put some shows together. Not just in some, you know, you can easily book 3 or 4 shows in Santiago, in the capital, and then 2 hours from Santiago, and then in Argentina to Buenos Aires, people. And
well,
so,
we did go there, but there was the problem. We didn't sell many tickets, and the reason is that everybody was performing. All the big bands was playing at the same time at night, and you've got to choose where you got to go. You know. Yeah. So we didn't do very well there, unfortunately. It's just one show in Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if any of the albums were released there, because you know, when in Chile the record industry was very poor. Where we got the records from was Argentina, like Genesis, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, but not Renaissance. I don't think that Renaissance was published. Do you know?
Really?
I don't. Yeah, but in Brazil they have such a big music culture that they release everything. Yes.
Oh yeah, they loved us down there. That's for sure.
Now, I'd like to ask you, Annie, if you could please, if you don't mind, making an ID for the station. You know, this is going to be on a project called AAM Radio. I can send you the, if you don't mind, can I send you?
No, that's fine, yeah.
Okay, I just sent it on a chat. It's like if you could do a radio ID for, this is going to be probably on my show. We have several shows, but mine is about, you know, rock and all that. And the name of the show is The Time Machine, in Spanish, La Máquina del Tiempo. But if you could invite the audience to listen to the music, your music and Renaissance in this show, like just for any day, you greet the audience and you invite the people to invite the music in the show. Is that possible?
You want me to do that now?
Yeah. Could it be?
I've got to write it. I'll have to write it down. But
can you see it? It's on the chat.
Sorry. Oh, I click on it.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
The name of the station is AAM Radio. It's all about music.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So something like, hello, this is Annie Haslam from Renaissance, and please listen to radio. Please listen to The Time Machine on AAM Radio. It's all about music, and you'll hear Renaissance and me on there. Something like that. Not me.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, I'm stupid.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right then. Shall I start?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello. He's gone. He's fallen over. Ah.
No. I want somebody to say hello.
Just
hey.
Hello. Oh, black cat.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow. Hello, this is Annie Haslam from Renaissance, and I'm here for the Time Machine show on AAM radio. It's all about music.
Fantastic. Can we do a second tape, because the first part of the first version sounded weird. Some problem with connectivity.
Okay.
Please.
Hello, this is Annie Haslam from Renaissance, and you're listening to the Time Machine show on AAM radio, because it's all about the music.
Good. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Is that good enough, do you think?
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Very good.
All right.
You're not convinced? Yeah. Why don't you do the last one, a short one, just inviting to listen to your music, not for the show, just anytime.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Annie Haslam and Renaissance, and I'm in.
Okay, take two. Oh, it's okay.
Hello, this is Annie Haslam from Renaissance. Please come and listen to our music. Say. Okay. Hello, this is Annie Haslam from Renaissance. Please listen to our music on Radio AAM. No.
Yeah, it's good.
Hello, this is Annie Haslam of Renaissance. Please listen to our music. You will love it on AAM radio.
Good. Excellent.
Excellent.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, if you want to, if you find anybody interested, all you have to do, I mean, obviously things like that take a long time to plan anyway, but is to show them the DVD from 2017 and see if we can get in the Opera House.
Ah, that would be amazing. That would be unbelievable. Yes.
But they can see that, then they can see that what we can do with only 10 classical musicians.
Yeah, the scope of the, yeah, sure. Well, thank you very much on my part, Annie. You've been absolutely generous, amazing. Again, this is an incredible time for me because, as you know, Claudio has had the luck of seeing the band a couple of times. I was invited to go in 2009, but I couldn't because of my job. I work as a teacher, an English teacher.
Oh.
I have this lovely cat that I have to take care of, and I live alone. Yeah. So I couldn't come into the United States. But then he's been so kind that he's all the time bringing me these nice souvenirs of the shows. So I hope one day we can meet and laugh a little bit more. It's been a great time. So thank you very much for the time. Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And
it was been and if you can, I can email Billy to see if you can somehow put us in touch with Patrick Moraz. We would love to invite you.
Yeah, well, I can. Patrick's my close friend, so I mean, but you can do it through him if you want to, because I don't think he has. I don't think he has Patrick's information, but you can ask him.
Yeah, I can ask him, and then he can
ask him, and then because it's the right thing to do, I guess. And if not, then I can speak to Patrick also.
Right, that would be great.
Yeah.
So let me close this interview by saying there was an interview with Annie Haslam, and thank you very much for your time again. We would love to see you soon. Stay healthy, and we would like to see you next year, the year after, the year after, the year after, and so forth.
I'm going to say some prayers tonight. We want to go to Chile. I want to go to Chile, but I want to sing in Chile. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everybody stay safe.
Okay, you too. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.